Everybody, this is Sue, and we are starting putting the skirt and the bodice together on Simplicity 9603. And this video is going to be mostly kind of a discussion, and then the next video will be actually trying to put them together. I sent an email to Simplicity. Simplicity will answer you. If you have a question and you send an email to Simplicity, they will answer you. They are in Atlanta, Georgia, which is in the Eastern time zone. So if you send an email late in the afternoon and you're not in their time zone, it might be the next day before you hear back from them, because I'm in Central Time Zone, so I'm an hour behind them. I sent an email at 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon. They answered me this morning. So I will tell you what the email was about. The instructions here, let me see if I can move you down, and Amazon hasn't come yet with my new tripod, or with the old tripod for the time being, so bear with me. Let's see if I can push this back and pull this forward. Okay, so the instructions say to pin the skirt pin the skirt to the bodice, and matching the notches and the dots and everything, and stitch it 1 inch seam and trim the bodice at 1/4 inch below the stitching. I have problems with that idea. And then it says to finish the raw edge of the skirt with a zigzag over the edge, and then to form the waistband and stitch up the bottom of the skirt and 1/4 of an inch, and then it says to insert elastic. Well, there's nothing in this pattern about using elastic anywhere. I couldn't find it anywhere. So I sent an email to Simplicity and asked for a clarification about this elastic. What are they talking about? And she replied back, and she said that that was an error, that they didn't mean to put in elastic there. That's supposed to be for the drawstring, not elastic. So she did reply back. I was gone from home at the time that I got the email, so I'm not sure exactly what time that came in. Now, as far as I am concerned, this looks like a nightmare, and I'll show you part of why I think it is. What happened to it? Oh, it fell on the floor. Okay. Remember when we put that buttonhole in the bodice? Do you remember doing that? I'm sure you do, because you've got the buttonhole in the bodice right here. This is it. Okay. Your stitching line to sew these together is right here, right below. Let's see if I can get this better where you can see this. Okay, so this is the buttonhole right here. Here's that 1 inch stitching line right here. Here's the waistline right here. Here's that 1 inch. Buttonhole is here. Stitching line is here. This is the waistline. That's really, really tight. really close. I see that as a problem. So what I think we should do is add, because see, my fabric is fraying like crazy, and I accidentally turned the buttonhole the wrong way, and my buttonhole goes across instead of up and down. So the stitching line is still going to be right up against this buttonhole right here. So my thinking is this should be stay stitching first. We need to put stay stitching on both the bodice and the skirt. Put in the stay stitching here, that 1-inch stay stitching all the way through, and then come back and put in stay stitching, because we're supposed to cut this off, all this off. This 3/4 of an inch is supposed to be cut off. We're supposed to just have this down to a 1/4 of an inch. So put in stay stitching here at the 1 inch where that seam is supposed to be, and then put in stay stitching here where we're supposed to cut it, so that that shows us where that's supposed to be cut. Because if you make a mistake, that's going to be really close. That is just really too close in my mind for anything to really work well. And then on the skirt, it says to put in, the skirt, you sew the skirt on to the top at 1 inch. So we need to put the 1-inch stay stitching in the skirt too. And then it says to zigzag along this top edge here to kind of finish that seam, so that when we fold that up to make the casing for the, that's finished. Let's put that zigzag in before we ever try to sew the skirt and the bodice together. Or at least that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put that in. I'm going to put stay stitching in both the skirt and the bodice, and then that zigzag stitch that they're calling for in the skirt, I'm going to put that in before I ever sew these two together. So it's going to be up to you what yours looks like and what you think you should do. I'm putting in stay stitching first, and so I'm going to put in the stay stitching, and then I'm going to come back with a separate video and show you what that looks like. This video, I'm just going to end this video, because if I pause it and put in the stay stitching, my camera's going to die anyway. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to put in the stay stitching, and I'm just going to start a new video. But this is just going to be our discussion about these instructions and why I think we should put in stay stitching first. And so after I get the stay stitching put in, I'll come back and show it to you, and then we can put everything together and then do the trimming and put in the casing. This is really, I think this is taking a lot of skill. So I thank you so much for watching, and I appreciate it, and I hope that I'm not confusing you. I hope I'm not confusing you, but I really believe we need to do the stay stitching first before we try to sew the bodice and the skirt together. I think sewing them together first is going to be a study in frustration. I really do. So I will talk to you guys later. When I get done with this, I will come back. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it.